Hi, it's Aaron Santini here, and my guest today, Mel Majoros. Thanks for joining me.
You're very welcome.
Welcome to another edition of Don't Be an Asshole. There's a lot of people that are unaware that their behavior is asshole-ish. So the job of this show is to point out those behaviors so that in the future, you won't be an asshole. It's a public service.
It is. It's
now,
very good.
Mel is a producer on a very popular talk radio show, and politics is the subject matter a lot of times on this radio show. So today's edition is how not to be an asshole when talking politics.
Exactly.
We'll just start with an opening statement. What is the most asshole thing you hear or see most when people get into political conversations?
That their position is the only right one.
Oh,
like
that's about it.
If you're for Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton, well, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if, you know, their opponent could come down and heal all the world's cure cancer. It would just be like, no, sorry. Hillary said, no.
Give an example of how to approach that conversation without being an asshole.
Well, I would basically say something like, well, you know, I'll just use Donald Trump as my candidate, even though he's not, but, you know, because of that whole thing.
Sure.
But I would just say, well, I believe that Donald Trump is a good candidate because of whatever issues he's, you know, for, and the other person would be like, no, well, he's, you know, he doesn't like women because he said this. It's like, well, you know, he has some other qualities that maybe, and, you know, there's always people who will just shut you down. It doesn't matter what you say. And I always believe you can agree to disagree. Like, I have a lot of friends who are not on the same political viewpoint as I am. But at the end of the day, we can still, like, be like, okay, it's fine. Nobody, like, blocks me on Facebook. Well, my friends don't block me on Facebook.
That's the ultimate way you've known you piss somebody off, when they block you on Facebook.
It is. So, I mean, I would basically say, no, those are some interesting terms, but we can agree to disagree. But a lot of times, people don't. Approach
the conversation civilly and actually listen to what the other person is saying.
Exactly.
All right, we're going to role play right now.
Okay.
You are going to be pro-President Obama. This is just for role-playing purposes.
Sounds good.
So go ahead and make a statement about your support of President Obama.
Well, I'm kind of disappointed.
Fuck Obama!
But see, that's not how...
Was that how you'd be an asshole?
That was kind of an asshole.
Okay, let's try again.
That's asshole-ian.
Okay, let's try again. All right.
Well, I wish President Obama would be elected for a third term because, you know, I know that's not in the Constitution, but I think we should revote and have him be president for a good long time.
He's a socialist, communist dick tickler.
Dick tickler?
Okay, I'm not saying the president actually tickles dicks, but you get the idea. See, you gotta listen, you gotta engage. You don't want to be an asshole. So that's what it comes down to. Just be respectful, right?
But on my point, I'd be like, well, can you give me some points on how he's a dick tickler?
That would be a question for Mrs. Obama. Mel, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you, Aaron.
Hopefully you now know how to discuss politics without being an asshole.
Exactly.